Well, hello and welcome back, my battle language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the battle language guy, and we are on another live this time. And there's a reason I'm making so many lives these days. I'm gonna explain it right now. I got some explaining to do, and today we're gonna have a very interesting episode, a very interesting show, so to speak. And so many of you already coming from all over the world. Glad to see you. And this is one of the memes I had from these days. Ayo, abolish the monarchy. You know, so many people claiming on Twitter and on the internet in general, but especially in Twitter. You know that Twitter is special. Twitter is my second home after YouTube. And yes, people are really invested on that. Abolish the monarchy, and at the same time, oh, look, a prince and princess titles. Yeah, nice. That doesn't make sense for me. I'm sure that it doesn't make sense for you either. And yes, there's no confirmation yet that they're gonna get those titles, but somehow it is a conversation. And you know that when there's noise and there's all this rattle about a concept, it means something. Someone wants this conversation to happen. And I have a couple of things to tell you before we begin. First, I just noticed that the more Ricky Ricardo my accent is, the harder it is for plagiarizers to lift my video's content. I've been stolen, I've been lifted, I've been copied. I noticed some friends have told me and pointed me on Facebook, on YouTube to people that I copying my content. Copying my analysis, copying my videos, copying my clips, copying my memes, everything without, of course, without any attribution whatsoever. And I noticed it's sad because most of these videos were the videos that I made like a few months back. You might remember, if you have been following me for quite some time, you might remember that like 4 or 5 months ago I used to make these 8 or 9 minute videos that were recorded, pre-recorded and edited. They took a long time to make, like around 7 or 8 hours each video. And they had this script that, sadly, the fact that it had a script that I read and I uploaded it as subtitles, then people could download the subtitles and just rip off my content, rip off my words, use an artificial intelligence to read my scripts and create videos with my content. Well, I've noticed that since I'm making lives, it's impossible, literally impossible for this subjects, for these people to copy my content, because if they try to read, if they try to use artificial intelligence to make sense of my words, they're gonna fail, because artificial intelligence cannot understand the Ricky Ricardo accent, the Jesus Enrique Rosas accent. It can't yet. All right. So that's why I will be doing lives more frequently. It's I don't like to be copied. I don't like to be plagiarized. I don't like people stealing my content, and I know that you don't like that too. Especially when it takes so long, so much time, and so much effort to produce these videos. These videos are a bit easier to produce because I don't have to edit it. They are just live, and that's it. My promise in this case that I want to make them more engaging. I want to work in my pronunciation, even to keep, but I should keep my Ricky Ricardo accent, because you know that way all of us will be winning. Will be winning because I can keep creating content for you, and well, nobody else is gonna take it, and you will be you will be here sure that the battle language guy and the royal rogue are not being ripped anywhere else. And thank you for appreciating my accent. So many of you talking about my accent, and I appreciate that, and I will make more effort to be more fluent like I'm right now. It's something a bit strange. When I'm recording a video, I make all sort of pauses, stops, and I begin to sweat. I become nervous, but on a live right now is like I'm pumped with you, all of you here commenting. That is great. Right now, 2,600 Battle Language Bodies. Remember to hit the like button. That will be great. Live streams help secure my content as well. So expect more of these for the time being. And super chats are already incoming. I will be doing what I've been doing lately. That is reading all your super chat. Every single super chat I will read at the end of this video. So no matter which question or remark or observation you have, as long as it's in, well, the is respectful and abides by the guidelines of this channel, I will highlight it and I will answer your questions and highlight your super chats. And thank you for that. Also, it's safe to say that I've logged more people in the past week than in all my Twitter history since 2019. And in 2018, I was talking about politics, so you can be sure that I blocked a lot of people. But this past 7 days, this past week has been insane. There's no other way. So that's why I appreciate all your good wishes, all your good vibes, all your good mojo that you send me, because I need that. I'm not gonna read the comments. I read your comments. I always pay attention to your comments. I pay attention to your live chat, and I pay attention to your replies on Twitter. Remember that you can follow me on Twitter. There's my Twitter account right there, and the text ticker right there. It will be there, and you can send me any replies, any tips, whatever you want through Twitter, so I can highlight. Today I made a question, and I'm gonna highlight some answers to that question about the titles of Archie and Lilibet. So I've been under attack. This has been a first attack this 7 days, and I appreciate, I'm thankful, and I'm grateful for you and your presence here. And before we begin, this is the last chance. 3 days left for your merch. Well, thank goodness Meghan is not coming. We got mugs, tank tops, V-neck shirts, long sleeve shirts, hoodies, shirts, whatever you like. This is right in the description of this video. Go for the description of this video. 3 days left and it's gone. It's gone. So we are gonna start with today's topic, that is Archie and Lilibet's titles. Angela Levin, I always read Angela Levin. She's very, most of her remarks are interesting, but still, she was one of the first royal commentators that said for a fact that Archie and Lilibet had automatically earned the titles of prince and princess. She tweeted that. I did not argue with her. She's got her opinion. I have much less experience than her, so I decided to make my due diligence about what's that happening with these titles, and it's not that simple. But this time, she tweeted, "The Sun's Madson Royal has written that Harry and Meghan are reportedly furious that their kids won't get HRH status, and that a source told him they have been relentless since the Queen died." That is gross, right? That is gross, not to say the least. The Sun title decider: Harry and Meghan furious. Well, I can picture Meghan furious. I have seen her mask slip quite a few times, so I know how furious Meghan looks. As Archie and Lilibet will not get HRH status, but will be called Prince and Princess. We don't know yet. Oh, this is a nice, thanks Farkle Family Wars. A t-shirt idea. What has Meghan done now? Oh my god. That's a good one. That's a good one. Farkle Family Wars sent me a tip that maybe I will use for an upcoming video, that a mask slip from the Duchess of Montecito on that walkabout outside Windsor Castle, that is perfection. I'm gonna make sure that I can use those clips on my videos and then highlight them, because that's why they deserve. Tense discussions have taken place while Meghan and Prince Harry are in the UK for the Queen's funeral. You know that bad taste, the Harkles, bad taste, they're almost synonyms. His Majesty has agreed to issue letters patent to confer the Prince and Princess titles on his 2 grandchildren who live with their parents in Montecito, California. Well, this is allegedly, as Neil Sean says. Harry and Meghan agreed not to use their His and Her Royal Highness titles when they moved there 2.5 years ago. They just say, well, they, what's the word for that? They relinquished, they renounced, I don't know what is the exact word for that, but they moan that it had left their family without adequate security. And they will now be bitter that Archie and Lilibet will also not be able to use the style of a dress. The Sussexes are said to have pointed out that Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie have HRH status, but they are not working royals. You know that because even if Beatrice and Eugenie are their friends, especially Eugenie, they are not afraid of throwing them under the bus. They're gonna do that either way. They don't care. They just want the titles. I wonder, why do they want those titles if they don't want anything to do with the monarchy? There's so many things that we have to cover today, and that's why I think this was a pantomime. This was something fake. It was pretending. They were pretending to care about all this. Harry doesn't want to be there. Meghan doesn't want to be there. They were just caught in the whirlwind. I think it was something, I don't know, divine, that they had to do this so we could see their true colors. What is going on here with all this scheme that they were planning, and how is it possible that these days should be about the Queen and they are not resting until the titles thing is sorted out? Why? I mean, why? Why are they like this? Well, we already know why are they like this, but well, we didn't imagine, or at least I gave them the benefit of the doubt, that they were not going to go to this extent, to the extremes. Yeah, the fake crying is the best, but here we are. They have been insistent that Archie and Lilibet are prince and princess. They have been relentless since the Queen died. But they have been left furious that Archie and Lilibet cannot take the title HRH because they are not working royals. It seems that is the agreement. A spokesman for the king declined to comment. So that's what we got so far. That's what we got. And you know, the Prince and Princess of Wales have to put up with this. This must be the most bitter, or bitterest, no, the most bitter, I don't know, moment for them. And they still have to put up with the Montecito duo. That will be an extra effort that they weren't prepared for. They were not prepared for. They shouldn't have the Prince and Princess title either. And I agree with that. Why is that? Why do they need that? Why so push about it? By the way, why being so secret about Archie and Lilibet? Why so mysterious when they are in the line of succession? That doesn't make sense. You want them, they are number 6 and number 7 now, but you want to keep them in the shadows. You want your cake, and there's a comment there. You want your cake, they want their cake and eat it too. But well, we also have this from the Daily Mail. Bitterest or most bitter? Yeah, for Cloud. Merch. Yeah. Decision on the titles for Harry and Meghan's children, Archie and Lilibet, will not be revealed until after period of mourning for the Queen. That makes sense, because you need to have some common sense. And why haven't you flown your kids from the USA to the UK yet. I think the last time they when was the last time they saw their kids? I don't know. That was quite some days, some weeks ago. Some weeks ago. Why don't they fly their kids to the UK? It has been so long. There will be no announcement or on any future titles for Harry and Meghan's children during the period of royal mourning. Please remind me if I'm getting away from my Ricky Ricardo accent, that I should put more, Latino sabroso accent to that. Following the death of their great-grandmother, Archie and Lilibet are 6 and 7 in line to the throne and are entitled to be called Prince and Princess. But Buckingham Palace has refused to confirm if this will officially happen. If this will happen. Okay, this is something that we have to get used to that, because it's like it's not automatic. It has to be said, expressly said. And yesterday, a spokesman for King Charles said it was unlikely that any announcement would be made until at least September 26th. That is in 10 days, when the period of royal mourning ends. The king is focused on the mourning period, so it's unlikely any announcement will be made on other titles during that period. He had to say that it was the Prince and Princess of Wales, because the weight those titles have. Okay, that Doria is watching the kids. For you that are asking who is watching the kids, Doria is watching the kids. That's what we, as far as we know, it is Doria. Okay, that's what we got. That they should be in the UK. I think Harry and Meghan are gonna be in the UK at least what, like one more week, to say the least. One more week. Why haven't they flown their kids there? Mystery. Everything is a mystery with Harry and Meghan. According to TASS just published a video about titles and uniforms. You go to her channel and watch that video. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it should be as good quality as usual. Personally, I think Charles should change the letters patterns to say that when Archie and Lily turn 18, it's their choice. This stops the parents using their children's titles for financial gain. I'm very surprised they want their children to be different in USA. Yeah, because that will be like their prince and princess. They will be different from other children. They will be different from other people. They're gonna start calling Doria mom by this time. Yeah, I'm sure about that. Legit question. I made this question on my Twitter account. I'm been using my Twitter more and more recently. By the way, I don't know what happened on the days, on previous days. I don't know. Someone told me that I appeared on national television in the UK, but I can't for the life of me find that. But on Twitter, it's like I got 25,000 new followers in like 48 hours, and I have no idea where they came from. And of course, with so many followers, you know that many trolls come too. So that's why I have been non-stop dealing with those, with many new battle language buddies. That is great. A lot of words of encouragement, but very venomous comments too. But legit question on my Twitter account. Why do you think Harry and Meghan are hell-bent, because there are no other word, on Archie and Lilibet having prince and princess titles? Best replies will make it into tonight's live, and we have the answers right here. Before I remind you that I have a second YouTube channel to all those clips. This is the format right now. I'm going to test this for the rest of September. I will be doing lives in here, the Battle Language Guy. I will be cutting shorter clips, and I will be uploading those shorter clips to be reviewed on the Royal Road channel. I'm going to invert the equation. I'm making tests, okay? I open the Royal Road channel to make lives, but I'm going to flip it and publish the clips there. So this is it on YouTube. Go for the Royal Rogue channel because we are about to become 30,000 Royal Rogues there. Follow me on the Royal Rogue and you will be able to look for the specific clips of this analysis that I make here on the Battle Language Guy. So first answer from Flavia Pantoja: because Prince and Princess has a Disney Hollywood appeal in the US. I could not agree more. That is a great answer, Flavia, because it means so many years of conditioning, through Disney princesses. That's a fact. Okay, regardless that Meghan says that, well, a princess that she prefers to be a princess of powers like Shira. I mean, but so many people still think from their childhood in terms of fairy tales, something that every single one of us enjoyed. Why not? And we still have that condition. And the US, they have that condition, and Prince and Princess. That's why British royalty is so attractive, because it's like this real life fairy tale. It's like a Disney movie with their protagonists and their villains too. So that's part of the attractive. So very good answer. I like that. I like that approach. Not today. Fiadar1 answer: they need the titles for the children to stay relevant and to ensure they get money. Show me the money from the media and royal family. That's what it's about. That is what it's about. Staying relevant. Now, I find it sad at the same time, because I think one does not stay relevant because a title. Okay, one does not stay relevant because you say, well, I have this grade, I have a PhD, or I'm CEO, or I'm major, or I'm manager. That is not, or I'm a prince or princess or lord or duke. That does not make you relevant. What makes you relevant is how you bring value, how you help other people. That is the real deal of staying relevant. I've been asked by these trolls, what are your credentials? What did you study? Why do you claim that you are the Battle Language Guy? It's none of your business. It's none of your business. You're not. I'm not gonna tell you, because I'm not gonna. It's not the titles. It's not the grades that make me. It's how I just make people think. But it's not like, well, I studied psychology. That I could have studied psychology, but that is allegedly too. I'm not gonna confirm or deny that. And in terms of, well, I did this, so you should pay attention to me because I have a degree in psychology. No, it doesn't work like that. I prefer to stimulate, to use the Socratic method, to make you ask questions about yourself and about what is happening. And I'm sure that method helps that knowledge, helps those lessons. I don't like to call them lessons. You already know that. To just pop in your mind and I can apply this in my daily life. That is much more. That is my way of staying relevant. And of course, the humor that I can say has helped my channel a lot. And I'm glad that has entertained you for so many months. So that's my way of staying relevant. It doesn't have anything to do with titles. I'm just trying to, I don't want to make an example of or put myself as an example, but that's what I think we should strive for. You don't stay relevant because you have a title or a degree or anything. You stay relevant because you help people. You bring value to people. You help people get what they want. Okay? It's not that Meghan wants, she gets. No, it's that you help people get what they want. That's it. Whether they want money or they want to be entertained or they want solace or whatever. That's how you stay relevant. So, Queen Catherine, I like that. I like that handle. I like that Twitter handle. Queen Kate, Meghan can't stand not being as important as William and Kate, and that extends to her children. agree wholeheartedly with that. They are just, it's like a copycat. You know that Meghan has been a copycat in so many things, in so many ways around her life, that it's no surprising that, hey, I want my kids to be prince and princess too. If William and Kate have that, why couldn't I have that too? And she feels like threatened. She feels insecure about that. She needs that confirmation, just a title. She is striving for that. And that is part of the narcissist's insecurity. The narcissist needs that confirmation from an external source, because that's what gives him or her the supply that they need to, well, feel good about themselves. They cannot find that within themselves. They need that confirmation outside from other people. They need that control. They need that praise. They need all that. That's how the narcissist works. If you want, by the way, if you want to know more about narcissism, remember that there are two extraordinary channels here on YouTube. One is Dr. Romani. Okay, she's absolutely awesome in terms of narcissistic personality disorder. And of course, our dear friend H.G. Tudor. H.G. Tudor, which, well, is also a specialist in Meghanism. He's been working relentlessly to show what narcissists do and don't do and how to deal with them. To Penny Bunch, they've already ordered the merch. I cannot disagree with that. Prince and Princess, Prince Archie, Princess Lilibet. You know that they are already printed the shirts. I'm merching. They are merching. Well, it's pretty much the same. Why not? You might have noticed that when I see a trend, I begin merching right away. Why not? Well, Meghan and Harry are trying to make the trend with those titles. The trend of Prince and Princess, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Let's continue. Ruth C1122. And for you numerology buffs, you know that handle, that Twitter handle is interesting. 11 and 22. To stay connected to the royal family, they can always make the news with titles. Without titles, they are no one, nobody. Yeah, that connection to the royal family is what makes the articles relevant and alive in terms of public opinion. Because the other option would be like, working for your reputation? Oh, for God's sake, who works for that? I'm not gonna work for that. And not Harry working? No. Meghan, reputation? No. She has been shape-shifting her career for so long. She's tired of that. She's tired of reinventing herself. She wants to rest. She wants to just secure her future with that long-term investment of Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. That's what she wants. Oh my God. Oh, I need some water. I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm just plain water. For all you are pointed at me for drinking alcohol in my lives. I love when I have this kind of fluency talking to you without alcohol involved, because that means that I'm getting better at this, and I'm enjoying your comments. I will be highlighting your super chats at the end of this video. All your super chats, every single I'm seeing your comments. I hope my moderators are here, are reading this. I just read a very harsh comment. I'm trying to see if I can block the person that sent that. Oh my God. I read something truly harsh about the Queen. There you are. There you are. You are blocked. Hi, user. Bye-bye. All right. Blocked. I love blocking people. I discovered on Twitter there's an you can see that on my Twitter screenshot that there's this icon. It's an extension that just block people with one button. That's great. I had blocked like, I don't know, 100 people today. Christina Morasikova, I'm sorry if I didn't spell your or pronounce your name correctly, Christina, so that Netflix can finally make a fairy tale about them? Well, yes, if it's not Disney, maybe Meghan is thinking, well, Pearl was dead, okay, was caught, was left in the gutter, then maybe I can pitch an animated series about my children once they are prince and princess. Why not? It could work. And let's like build a reality show, an animated reality show about Meghan's little prince and princess. Oh well, but I don't know. There's all possibilities. We don't know what can happen. Lala 3909856. They want Dad and them to have the HRH status, so they have RPOs. Thanks to Becky Terrell, who made the tip, the acclaration that is Royal Protection Officers for photos, money, and perceived importance and power. And that word is paramount. Perceived importance and power. Cannot understate the importance of that word, because it's like you have that, and people, we all, even if we try to not give that much importance, that is relevant for us on a subconscious level. That is important for us. That triggers a reaction in us. So subconsciously, from a psychology viewpoint, it makes sense. Meghan moved to North Korea. No, Kim will not tolerate her. You cannot have those two egos in the same country, Kim and Meghan. Not Kim Kardashian, Kim from North Korea. Miss Beaverhausen, what Meghan wants, Harry petulantly demands. She is pretentious, envious, and greedy. She believes that being known as the mother of royalty, that is great, great observation, the mother of royalty, will elevate her status and will make her special. If he married another woman, I don't think that he would care about titles for his children. Great insights, Miss. It's like, yeah, that's Meghan pulling the strings. And for all of you that are asking questions about the kids, I understand your concerns. These kids are in the line of succession, and they want them to be prince and princess. Why? I don't know. I think that doesn't go with the utmost privacy that they want. And I saw something that on the order that one of Meghan's Sussex Squad fans said, this woman just married the man she loved. She was not marrying into a job. She was not marrying into a position. And I'm telling you, if you're watching this or if you have this opinion that Meghan just married the man she loved and she was not marrying into a position, she was definitely marrying into a position, and she was aware that she was going to be a working royal, because Harry was a working royal at the time, and they were aware that he was he was going to keep being that, unless, as I said in other videos, that Harry already wanted out and he just wanted a reason to just go out, a bailout reason. Okay, so that's how Meghan saved her. He didn't have the guts, the balls to quit himself. So the narrative of, the media attacking Meghan, that fit his intentions very well. Oh, I have to do this. She's so threatened, and all the threats. Her threats to herself and such and such. That was a perfect narrative to Harry have the alibi and say this is about the media and Meghan and not about himself, that he could have done a long time ago if he got what it takes to be a man of decision. And I'm going to say it as many times as you like, because that's how it is. He said that. And We continue. Walter Wiggins, a good friend from Twitter, because they want to have their cake and eat it. They gave up their position because reasons. And that has consequences for their children too. And now they want those titles back for their children. And I think last but not least, Ginger, a handy Ginger girl, because each title in the family adds an extra zero on the book deal. I agree. It's like when you get an Oscar. Okay, you usually have if you're a director and gets an Oscar, you have more doors open, you have more zeros in your paycheck, and if you're an actor or an actress, it's the same. You get an Oscar, and your paycheck next time is automatically will be a bit fatter. Okay, we'll have maybe have an extra zero, or yes, it's a fact. Okay. In this case, having those titles mean that any book deals, any series, anything will have more impact financially. And the articles right now are focused on that. Focused and hell-bent on that. 5,000 Battle Language Buddies right now. Thanks for being here. We're talking about Archie and Lilibet's titles. For the time being, what is going to happen with them? Are gonna get that? And all these negotiations behind the scenes, what we don't see, what's going on. What is the term? There's a term, the theater term for this, but I don't remember the term. That this behind closed doors, all these negotiations behind closed doors. I think this is one of the assets that Harry was using to, have this negotiation power. Prince Harry's memoir has been postponed for reasons I bet you can guess. I think this is part of that negotiation. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to postpone my memoirs, and you just give our children the titles. What do you think about it? Yeah, they are capable of that. Harry is desperate. When you see Harry's face, every time you see Harry's face, that is the face of desperation. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't want to let Meghan down. He doesn't want to argue at all with Meghan. He just wants Meghan to get what she wants, because if she doesn't, that the Montecito screams are like allegedly a thing. The Montecito screaming. And not in a good way, because there could be healthy screaming, if you know what I mean. But no, there are not that kind of screaming. No, this is the other kind, the rage, the frustration screaming, which could be hazardous for your mental health. And you know that Harry is a bit delicate in that department. Harkelice on Twitter had this picture has sometime. This is not a new picture, but maybe it fits our current times. In the end, Judas got his way. Go home, Harry the traitor. Maybe he's gonna get what he wants. Maybe Meghan was gonna get what she wants. But I don't think they're gonna pull their punches with that memoir, because that memoir has to be spicy. Maybe spicy is the term. Spicy, so they can make more money out of it. That is how book deals work. And this is another thing that has been making the rounds on Twitter. Buckingham Palace operational note from today. Their Majesties, the King and the Queen Consort, accompanied by members of the royal family. This is important because originally this was not going to include Meghan and Harry. Okay, and I think Andrew either. But they changed this statement. There was a change. There was this rumors, and when Buckingham Palace finally made a statement, they included vaguely members of the royal family. We don't know if Has and Nutmeg are gonna be here in this reception for heads of state and official overseas guests. But for some reason, I know that they made this kind of negotiations. Can you imagine? Can you imagine in these days, everyone grieving Her Majesty the Queen, and these people just going for these negotiations. I want this, I want that. Let me go to my mouthpieces on Yahoo, my PR on the media to wreak havoc on headlines. You think this is not decent people? This is not decent people. These are not decent people. That is the correct expression. So, when will be this next Sunday 18? We will see who is there, and we will be, maybe I will do a live to broadcast that. And this was a great tweet by Meghan Small on Twitter. Thanks, Meghan Small, for this. Never forget. These are since recollections may vary, I will refresh your memory thanks to Meghan Small. Meghan Markle found royal life toxic, like Britney Spears' song, and soul-crushing, and leaving it was a matter of life and death. Oh my God. We have to remember the exclusive. This is from 2020. Meghan can finally breathe. You know that I have to be careful with that word, right? Because I can get a trigger warning from YouTube just for that verb. Friend reveals Duchess can now do what she pleases without needing permission. Felt living as a royal was soul-crushing and didn't want Archie growing up in that toxic environment. Oh, that doesn't make... Oh, no. Common sense. That doesn't make sense at all, as my British friends would say. Meghan Markle threatens Queen Elizabeth with vault of skeletons. That was on September 2. That was 2 weeks ago. Alright? That was 2 weeks ago, and that's my question about Spotify reviewing those Spotify episodes of her podcast, Arse Wipes. Why is she reviewing those podcasts? Why is for any hurtful content? So she was meant to air those episodes with the hurtful content while the Queen was alive. You are realizing that? Like, why are you reviewing the content now? Why do you care now? That's absurd. You were going to upload those episodes with no holds barred while the Queen was still alive and frail. And what did you want about it? And Harry, that is my main concern. And Harry was allowing all that while claiming, oh, my grandmother this, my grandmother that. For fuck's sake, that is the most cynical thing you can imagine. And it's worse when you say now that you're going to be editing or subtracting things from those episodes, because that confirms that you were okay on torturing the Queen with all your content, your made-up content. And what triggers me even more is how I want to keep my language family friendly. How it is possible that King Charles has been so permissive with them. I'm still so permissive with them. After all that we've seen, everyone is seeing that. It's like this is something to be, this one thing to be tolerant. It's one thing to be forgiving. But a very different thing is to let people thread over you and thread over the memory of Her Majesty the Queen over and over again. So every time Harry talks, Harry mentions my grandmother, hey, my grandma, and my grandma. that is that is sickening. That is sickening because he's doing zero, nada, at all to stop Meghan from spitting on her memory. So that is hypocritical, cynical. You can well, anything that you want, call it everything that you want. And I think King Charles is the only one that can stop them. And sadly, I have to say this because the royal rogue has to say things the way they are. I don't think he's gonna do what has to be done. I don't think he's gonna do what has to be done. I hope to be wrong. I will be glad to be wrong all this, but I don't think King Charles is going to stop them, their demands, their everything, this smearing of the royal family. And everything, everyone will say, well, he's the king. We cannot like are with him. But I'm the royal rogue. I can say whatever I want, and I'm telling you, and I hope to be wrong. He's not gonna do anything to stop Meghan and Harry to keep stepping on the royal family. That's it. I said that. Yeah, that is blackmailing. Never forget part 2. Thanks Meghan Small for this. We have a lot of explosive. Prince Harry compares royal family life to living in a zoo. Talks about genetic pain. What is that term? I genuinely want to know what is about that moronic term, genetic pain. What the bloody in the actual, the word that I want to say is that? What kind of woke nonsense is that? I think that dude needs 2 solid slaps in the face to wake up, to really wake up and say, what the hell is going on in here? That's what he needs. 2 solid slaps. And there, a candidate, I think Major Johnny Thompson, I think that's a guy that gives solid slaps. I think those slaps should come from Johnny Thompson. It will be nice to watch. Prince Harry talks of his genetic pain and says that Charles passed on suffering. Oh well, this is all written. This is all recorded. We have recollections may not vary because they are set on stone. Meghan Markle reveals Prince Harry lost his dad, wanted to move to New Zealand in new interview. Oh, this is my favorite. Prince Harry and David Foster have a father and son bond, according to Catherine McPhee. My husband has a really, really beautiful relationship with Harry, revealed the singer. Well, this is hurtful. This is hurtful. This is hurtful. This is infuriating. I don't know what else to say. But this is not the way this should be done. You can be forgiving. You can be tolerant. But you must not let people be disrespectful to you and your loved ones. You stop them. There's no take prisoners here. There's no gray area here. No. This is black or white. Just stop them. That's it. There's no way around this. So, there are, of course, other topics that we have to deal with. We are nearing the end of today's live. Canal Citadel that always tells things the way they are. Oh, well, yes, if you're going to let Andrew wear a uniform for 15 minutes, then yes, you have to let Harry do so. I think it's fair. We go back to the importance of the slimming down. Family remains family, but the monarchy is business, and both must be kept separate for the monarchy to thrive. And in this regard, I highlighted this tweet because it states, thanks Canal Citadel, the importance of separating business and family even your business is, if it's a family business, you need to separate them. You need to separate them. They cannot be intertwined like emotions. He's my son. No, 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 no. This is business. This is business. Business, you have to be relentless, especially if it depends on you, exclusively on you, on King Charles, the decisions that have to be made and no one else's. Okay, on a lighter note, let's talk about real people. Let's talk a few minutes about real people. David Beckham. David Beckham joined the queue to see the Queen's coffin at 1:45 Friday morning. If he looks like a man who has been up all night, he has. Full credit to this man who could have played the VIP card. He is a credit to our nation and his queen. This is a true gentleman. This is a true gentleman. And guess what? Guess what? Next time I drop by London, I'm gonna copy Beck's style to a T. I love this. The three-piece suit, the coat, the umbrella, the hat, everything. I'm going to cosplay Beck's, because this is not only he stood online for 12 hours. He went like a gentleman should go. Yeah, Harry should take note. Harry should take note. This was amazing. It's like respect, man. All right, and these pictures are amazing. Thanks to Daniel Campbell, Daniel C28149619, for these pictures on Twitter of the Prince and Princess of Wales at Sandringham State. And I don't know if Daniel took those pictures, but I will take the chance of sharing them here. And this is just a regular camera, an iPhone, no retouching, nothing. And well, Catherine looks fabulous here, fabulous. I can't say. There's no other word. There's no other word. It's like a painting. We're watching. We have the pleasure of watching right now. Yes, and as for William, two extraordinary pictures too. I think he was talking about Paddington in this one. I think this was an anecdote of him talking about Paddington Bear. I don't know exactly how was the anecdote, but two extraordinary pictures either. And there's also that I want to highlight. Jerry Hofstetter, a Swiss artist, has projected photos of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip together forever into the sky in Switzerland in a dazzling tribute to the late monarch. Jerry Hofstetter, this is an artist that projects on mountains, on clouds, and this tribute was nothing short of moving and amazing. I wanted to show you this today for a high note. I'm going to start reading your super chats right away because we are I think we are going to be past our regular schedule of 1 hour. But I wanted to show you this. This is amazing. This is beautiful. This can make a grown man cry. Yeah, so beautiful. I'm going to backtrack to Catherine's pictures. I'm going to leave Catherine's pictures because amazing pictures, and be reading your super chats that you have. Any comments? Any questions? As long as they abide by the rules of my channel, I will highlight them. Deborah Hughes, thanks. Love you and your accent. Thanks for I'm sorry, this is Deborah. Deborah first. Yeah, Deborah Hughes, super chat, empty super chat. You can send it empty, doesn't matter. Nicole Hottendorf, now it's your turn. Love you and your accent. Thanks for making us smile. Always my pleasure, Nicole. Aileen Payne, super chat. Deborah Hughes, this time she wrote, can you say, Lucy, I'm home. I'm trying to do. I will try to do my best Ricky Ricardo impersonation right now. Lucy, I'm home. But I have to try. I try to. I need to practice that more. It's like this other sentence. You got some splaining to do. I do some splaining to do. That strong accent. That's like Antonio Banderas accent. I'm sure that Antonio Banderas, being married to Melanie Griffith, is he still married? They separated or they divorced. I think they divorced already. I don't know. But I think Antonio Banderas knows best, and he forces a bit his Spanish accent, just like this other actress. Oh my God, the actress from I forgot her name. Yeah, you know this Colombian actress. Sofia Vergara. Sofia Vergara forces her accent in a very beautiful way, and yeah, they divorced. Thanks for that. They divorced a few years ago. No, Salma Hayek also has a nice accent, but Sofia Vergara forces that a bit to have that, that Latino accent, mami, and that it's important. It's important to have this, how to say that, difference, to differentiate yourself. That's something that one has to do. In my case, it was totally unintentional. I wanted a neutral American accent, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. I stopped fighting that when you told me that you loved my Ricky Ricardo accent, my blend between a Light to Me, Carl Lightman, and I Love Lucy's Ricky Ricardo. Well, here I am, and thanks for that. Average Rando, my favorite channel on YouTube. Love your accent. Thanks, Rando, for that. Philippa Sales, U.S. citizens can't have titles. How will it go? Well, but I don't know. I have no idea. And we're talking about Meghan's aspirations of being into politics. And some people are saying that in some states it would be no problem to have titles, like in New York. Some people claiming that. I haven't done any research on that, but people claiming all sorts of things on the internet because everyone has an opinion. Oh well, we move on. Carla Andrews with a super sticker. Thanks for that, Carla. And Lisa Burberry. Just love your accent. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks for that super chat. Anna Karenina. Jesus, so sorry people plagiarized you. Can you keep your face lips clear on screen, as deaf people rely upon lip and body reading? The captions from YouTube often are bad, hilarious. So no script is cool. That's interesting, to keep my my lips visible. I think I never turn my head that much. So I'm always like looking in that 45 degree, either straight to the camera or a 45 degree. So I make sure to do that. That's interesting, your remark. And at the same time, I don't have a reliable way of having those closed captions, subtitles, because yes, how I talk in my accent can get wacky. I got this message the other day, said I didn't know you had changed your name, and I use automatic translator to generate subtitles for one of my videos, and I didn't check that. I just uploaded that. And when I checked what they were saying, when I said, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas, the subtitle generator put, my name is Susana Rosas. So not very manly at all, not very much different than my name already is. So yeah, it's wacky to say the least. So I have that problem. Either I have perfect subtitles, but if I have perfect subtitles, it means that I had to write all the script, to spend 7 or 8 hours on a video. Sometimes I need to make these videos much faster and every day. So this format for me at the moment is much better, much more spontaneous. I love interaction with you live. It's impossible for people to plagiarize my content this way. And so I will be staying with this format for quite some time. I don't know for how long, but it's much better, and you can see that my English, maybe not my accent, but or my pronunciation, but the way I link ideas one after another is something that I always wanted to do in English. So it's working. It's working. Thanks to you and your patience or being here and listening to my rants. It means the world to me. So, Margie! Hello, Margie! Maybe it will qualify them for the IPP security status they want. Yes, that must be it. We'll be talking about that, like a royal protection officer or something, international protection. Internationally protected person status, as Margie is mentioning, may be it too. It could be that could be where the shots are. Carla Andrews, another super chat. Thanks, Carla. Laura Alfaro, hay tanto Fran y Jimmy Savile, ¿qué me cuentas, amigo? Fran y Jimmy Savile, I'm gonna do my research on them, but I'm zero. I'm blank. I'm blank right now about who Fran and Jimmy Savile are. I'm sorry. I don't remember. Maybe I have reviewed their case, or I don't know at this moment. I have amnesia. Jack came back. Been following you for a while. Really enjoyed the channel and content. Thank you. Thanks, Jack, and thanks for coming back. Nice avatar, by the way. I guess you're a gamer. I'm a gamer too. I'm playing Doom Eternal right now, trying to beat it on Ultra Nightmare. Judith Singh, there will definitely be a line of Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet clothing and products and perfumes and everything. You know that they're preparing that. They have all that. They have a factory in China ready to produce all that. Deborah Flanagan, super chat, thanks for that. All right, Yolanda has a problem sending me a super chat. Why? Why do you have a problem? I don't know. Oh, Eri Jaru 95. Is it just me hearing that she hears horror class when I say the horror class? Grateful from Germany. Ines, thanks, Ines. Horror class. Well, horror class fits. Maybe I should make a shirt that says horror class, go home. Horror class, go home. All right. Kids are relevant too. Do you think Harry could be experiencing Stockholm syndrome? It's a possibility. I think it's more like that. It's this bias that since you have invested so much in your relationship to the point of quitting your royal duties and quitting the royal family and quitting the UK, you have been so invested in this that you say, well, the only thing that I can do is to keep doing this. I cannot divorce now. I cannot quit right now because I have nothing. I will be starting from zero. I will be with my tail within my legs, between my legs. And I think that's maybe it's not Stockholm syndrome, but it's this effect of, well, I have invested so much in this relationship that, well, I should just keep pushing. I cannot go back. Okay, Tigatka. I hope Tata, I don't know how to pronounce your name, sorry, but hello, greeting from Kuwait. I think when the kids reach the age of majority, they have given the choice or either getting titles in return for performing royal duties or remaining without titles if they choose not to work. Yes, that should be the way. Thanks, Erin. I forgot this. Wait a minute. Erin helping me with my memory. I forgot the term. Sunk cost fallacy. Thanks, airing. I needed that refreshment. That this is late at night right now. My brain might be a little spent, of course, of enjoying too this moment. I might forget may forget some terms that are important to articulate what I want to say. All right. Thanks, my rescue cats, for your super sticker too. On the hill, Jesus, I share a lot of things on YouTube with my husband, but you are the only channel he will pay attention to. Thank you. I value your commentary. Thank you. I appreciate that. On the hill and your husband. I appreciate that. Maybe you didn't care about the Royals before, or maybe you did, but many people have told me I've gotten remarks from people that I had no idea that were interested in the Royals. People close to me and said, I just follow your videos because you're engaging, you're fun to watch. I'm not bragging or anything. It's something that surprises me, that people that I had no idea that could be interested in this topic just watch it because of how I present that. So that's one of the things that pushes me to keep doing this, to work hard to give you the best videos I can, even if they are lives that you know that first they were a bit he's rambling, he's all this, and I'm doing my best, getting better at this and better every day. You keep on, well, super chats keep coming. As long as super chats keep coming, I will remain in here. Bran 872, I think William would be happy to do the slapping, but King Charles would not allow it. I hope that King Charles wakes up and sees them for who they are. I hope that Bran 872, that would solve many things and make so many things less complicated than they already are. Oh my God, this Linda West, thanks for the super chat, but I cannot highlight what you shared, and I don't know. I will be surprised if my moderators haven't flagged you. But please, that is not what we want to share here. So even if I appreciate you sending a super chat, I do not condone that kind of remarks. All right, and Fly Spotter, I agree about the king. Chances are high that he will cave in hopes of buying Harry's love and out of misplaced guilt. Misplaced guilt, very good of the past. Many parents today have a hard time with a no, and he is no different. Misplaced guilt. Fly Spotter, not only your super chat was awesome, $50, and thank you for that, but your comment highlights something that deserves one live talking about that. Misplaced guilt. Parental guilt, feeling guilty for one's children. How have they done with their lives? There's a limit to that. There's a limit to that guilt. Sometimes it's very hard to notice, to be aware of that limit. Linda Beckham, so proud of David Beckham. Are you related, Linda? Waiting in the queue, a tear in his eye. Yeah, such a gentleman. Yeah, it's an example for so many men. All right. No. I have to read these super chats in advance just to be sure. AN. Okay, so they're asking for titles for security purposes, but yet hardly ever bring their kids with them anywhere they go. Yes, it's a mystery. As I say, it's a mystery. I can understand so many conspiracies out there, and I cannot replicate or talk about them in my channel. My channel is not about that. But now I can understand. You want both things. You want the notoriety of the titles, but you want the privacy of not showing them whatsoever, even if they are right now 6th and 7th in the line of succession. That doesn't make sense. That is not, it's not fair. Okay, we could say that it's not fair. And for the trolls that tell me on Twitter that they don't owe us anything, yeah, they owe us those updates, those pictures, because the public wants to know, and Meghan knew what was all that about, and Harry knew what was all that about. Even if he was going to leave the duties of working royal, Harry knew what would have happened with the woman he was going to marry and with his children. So he's trying to have his cake and eat it too. All right, just breathe. Hello from Portugal. Keep it real. Oh my God, I should go back to Portugal soon. I love Lisbon. I love Coimbra. I love a couple more cities that I should go back sometimes. Oh my God, this why do you make it this next super chat? This next super chat, I have to highlight it, but this super chat is gonna get me into trouble. This next super chat is gonna get me into trouble, and I'm gonna highlight it so you can understand why. Oh, why you do this to me, Deborah Ricketts? Jesus, with your sexist voice, say, Meghan, I adore you. Yeah, for fuck's sake. I can't say no to that. I can't say no to that. Legally, I said I'm going to highlight and do whatever the super chat says, as long as it abides by the rules of my channel. So I have to say that. So get ready for this. My sexist voice. I have to say, Meghan, I adore you. I'm going to rate I'm going to do it. Michael Bublé. Okay, I'm going to do it in 3, 2, 1. Meghan, I adore you. Is that it? Is that it? I did it. Oh my God. Oh my God. I this is what you made me do. This is what you made me do. This is not fair. This is blackmailing. This is like what Harry and Meghan are doing to the royal family. This is just plain blackmail. This is not fair. Make it a phone ring. That will be nice. Make it a phone ring. Oh my God! This is also a PayPal link in the description. If you want to donate, make a donation through PayPal and not make me say things that I'm going to regret later, because I know people are going to splice and cut that clip and blackmail myself with that later. It's going to happen. I know. But there's a PayPal link in the description of this video too if you want to. Keep in super chats keeps coming, so I keep reading them. Please, oh my God, and now you know that you can blackmail me. Carmela Devine, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name. Keep up the great work, love you, sending you much love and many prayers. Thanks, Carmela, and doing the best I can and a bit more. Okay, this is great. Eri Yaru 95 again, following you, Ines, following you since long time. Did you know you made it to the German Bild paper? Yes, I knew that. And I've been featured in many papers around the world, and we need to patent horror class. I've been featured in German, in French, in Switzerland, in German too. In Chinese recently, in Japanese, in Russian, in Greek, in Italian, in Spanish, of course, and well, in English everywhere around the world. In Brazil, I've been featured in the media. So, Mr. Worldwide, I have to talk like a pitbull in that regard, because yeah, it is a worldwide movement. My body language bodies are everywhere, and I love that. Okay. All right. Arias Affair sent a super sticker. Thanks, Arias. All right. Keep it coming. You don't want me to leave, do you? You don't want me to leave. And oh, dun, 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 dun. Okay, snakes. Snakes. They want to give them a title to replace the families they took from them. That is hard. That is harsh. That is harsh, but the truth. And the truth can be hard to accept sometimes. Totally the truth. All right. Oh, I remember this case. Brooke Downs. Can you do a video on the man claiming to be the love child of King Charles and Queen Camilla? Yeah, and Queen Camilla. It was on AU is 60 minutes from Australia, right? Yeah, I remember that case. Maybe I could look into it for one of my lives. Maybe I could review that. Yeah, why not? It's related to the royals. It's gossip, and if there's gossip, I will be there. This interesting, very good question. Thanks, Violet GC, for your super chat and your question. Do you think Harry was already a bitter and hateful towards his dad, royal family, before Meghan? Yes. It makes no sense that Harry would allow all of this pain and estrangement go on so long unless he had toxic rage. I think he had something in him, and Meghan was the catalyst, okay, to that. That's why I used to say that this was Meghan controlling Harry, but that's not fair. That is not that way. Harry is responsible of that. Harry already had that kind of feelings, maybe in some way, maybe to some extent, maybe to a 50%, and Meghan just came and was the other half, the other 50, and that will just made Harry burst that bubble and do whatever he's doing now. And since for this sunk cost fallacy that he has invested so much, he doesn't think that he can go back or just stop. He can just go on. Some have claimed that Meghan could have videos about Harry. I'm not gonna say of what kind of videos, but you can imagine what kind of videos we're talking about. And maybe she's blackmailing him in some sort. I don't think that it's that simple. That will be a cop out. And Harry's just being blackmailed. Harry has a responsibility on this. Meghan has a responsibility on this, and they both are getting. They both together are getting what they want to some extent. But I think the one that is putting more and is burning more is Harry, because he's literally burning his relationship with his family, which Meghan did with her own family without any problem, because she didn't have any problem with that. Maybe Harry had a problem with that, because you know that he had an excellent, awesome relationship with William and an awesome relationship with Catherine, and well, a decent relationship with his father. He could have worked that out, but no. It's like before and after Meghan, there was this break in character, and he just went all in on these feelings, on this rupture, on this breaking with his family, and that is sad. That under any circumstance is sad. So, good question. Thanks, Violet, for that. Karina Lean, a super sticker. Thanks, Karina, for that super sticker. $20. Amazing. Right. Carla Gonzalez. The Cut just released an article 10 minutes ago titled, "What are the Brits mad at Meghan Markle for this time?" By the way, love your channel. I'm going to look into that article. Thanks, Carla, for pointing that out. I'm sure it's going to be interesting to review. And this guys at The Cut, I think they didn't know what they were doing. Audrey Jansen. Jesus, your analyzing is amazing. Thank you, sir. Thanks, Audrey, for your super chat and for your remark and your kind words. I appreciate that immensely. All right, Nick Geiersdorf. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I'm sorry. No question, no request. Just wanted to say thank you for hours and hours of great content. My pleasure, Nick. I will keep making content and making analysis. Amanda Cuenco, a super sticker. Thanks, Amanda, for that. And the last super chat for today, and we're gone. All right, Lisa Bunny. I'm very jealous of Emily Blunt. For all of you that don't understand that reference, okay, let me read the full super chat. Keep up your suave attraction. Thank you for keeping the day warm. Oh, thank you for that, Lisa. I'm gonna highlight your super chat once again. Jealous of Emily Blunt. That's why I, for of you that did not come yesterday for yesterday's live, I was talking about this girl that hugged Meghan, and as soon as she hugged Meghan, she turned away to see the woman on the other side, on her side. And I say, if I'm hugging someone that I love, I appreciate so much, if I were hugging Emily Blunt, I said, then I wouldn't be looking anywhere else. Maybe I will be looking if John Krasinski was around, maybe, but I will be looking straight into Emily Blunt's eyes. That's it. I will be doing that. I won't be looking anywhere else, and that's why. Well, maybe some of you already hate Emily Blunt. Please don't hate her. She's very nice. Yeah, she's a great actress. I think she's really down to earth. I think she's both her and John Krasinski are people that are down to earth, are normal people, and I admire them for that. That is great. SG, super chats keep coming. People don't want me to leave. Thanks, SG, for that. CJ Weiss Threstal, what do you think of Harry before Meghan? Excellent question too. I think he had this problem trying to overcome his loss, his tragedy of losing his mother, and it was he did not have either the emotional intelligence, he did not have the emotional tools. It doesn't have anything to do with the fact that William overcame that. Maybe William was born with genetically better emotional tools. He was better prepared emotionally. Brothers are always different, and they process emotions differently, and maybe Harry just didn't have the tools. Okay? In some way, I could be excusing him because that's something that happens. A person might not have, you can have two brothers, and maybe one can run 100 meters in less than 15 seconds and the other cannot. And you cannot blame the one that cannot run the 100 meters in 15 seconds for not trying so hard, because maybe it's a genetics thing. Okay, maybe the athletic brother has a genetic advantage running, which the other brother has not. And that can also happen in the emotional intelligence realm, in the emotions realm. So that could be one thing. But as usual, you can do a lot within your genetic possibilities. It's a complicated question because I don't want to blame Harry blindly for saying he didn't look for help, because I'm not one to judge and to know if he did look or didn't look for help, or if the help he got was enough, or if he tried to just bury the emotions to not deal with them. Even if William at some point when they were grown-ups told him, you should look for help. You should look for help with that. Okay? But there's the thing, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate for 1 minute. There's the thing about us men and therapy. For all of you that know those jokes, those memes, men will raise an empire before going to therapy. Yes, that's true. We would do anything before going to therapy. If we go to therapy, it's because we hit rock bottom, and it's sometimes could be a personal tragedy, a real Diana dying was a personal tragedy, but I'm saying that that's something about himself, truly about himself. That's something that rattles him and says, I need to look for help. It's like maybe someone becomes alcoholic and they have a maybe survive alcoholic coma and says, hey, my life is I'm gonna destroy my life if I keep doing this. I have to change. Maybe Harry did not have the opportunity or did not have that breaking point. He tried to keep himself busy with working as a royal, trying to go to all these engagements. That could have been a possibility. So he kept postponing that, and that is, well, something normal in man. Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate here and say that could be a possibility. And I think that must be one of the reasons that he felt so much at ease and he felt so good with Catherine. Yeah, we could joke that he was jealous of William in so many ways. Maybe he was jealous of William at some point. But I think Catherine was able to fulfill not a mother role, but a female companion role. That came out really wrong. But it's like a female figure in your life. Okay, if we can like talk in those terms, which is much needed. Like a female insights, you can bounce opinions. Okay, as a friend, what one should do with one's mother. Okay, so she can tell you things, you can bounce opinions with your mothers, and you can be growing those emotional tools, because our mothers help us model our emotional tools. If Harry losing his mother, if he didn't have enough tools already, there was nobody to teach him those emotional tools. It's our mothers, the ones that model that in us. Our fathers have other duties, and they model other kind of values and principles on us. That's why the beauty of a family, you have a father and a mother. I know that some of you might be single mothers, some of you might be single fathers, single parents, but that father and mother family is important, because you have all the two sources of what we need. And I think Catherine was that factor of that, having that female friend to bounce back those opinions and hey, know more about yourself, have those female insights. He needed that. He felt comfortable with that, and somehow it all broke down. You know when, and I'm gonna say when, but you know when that happened. Is you can have this stimulation or this bounce back in a constructive and positive manner, and I'm sure that Catherine was constructive and positive for Harry, or you can have that in a negative, destructive, building resentment way. Okay, that is perfectly possible. That can happen. And maybe you have the idea who am I talking about, but that might be what is going on right now. That's my impression of Harry. Extremely general impression, extremely vague of what I've seen of his story, what he has claimed on his documentaries, talking about himself, his struggles and everything. I make a lot of jokes about Harry, but I also try to make sense of what put him in this position, because I think in the end, that's what we want. Because someone in our family, someone in your family, a loved one, might not be an example as extreme as Meghan or Harry, but it might be something that you want to understand. Why do they act in a certain way? And this example is just trying to make sense of this. And maybe Catherine was a nice female friend for Harry, and made him see so many things about himself, and you could see it in Harry's behavior. Okay, that it was not resentment. Maybe at some point he felt jealous of William. Why not? But because, by the way, who couldn't be jealous of William, right? But it's like it's more like that. I think he felt, as he said, the sister he never had, because his sisters can also help with that emotional nurturing. I think that's what happened before Meghan, and what happened after Meghan. You see that stark difference in Harry, and that's why you see Harry with that face right now, absolutely miserable. I think that is my take. This is not a diagnosis. That this is only my opinion. I could be wrong, but for all that we've seen on his body language evolution for the last 10 years, well, it's something that fits. It just fits his character, and it's sad that such a relationship with Catherine just disappeared, literally. Well, so many super chats incoming. You really want me here? I will be here. Shelly Lewis, love your broadcast. Thanks for that. As long as we have these topics, and as long as we can make sense of the royal and non-royals too, I'll be here going for them. Oh my God, Missy T, super chat. Thanks for the super chat, but I cannot highlight it. That is offensive. I cannot do that. I will not do that. That's calling Meghan names. We're not gonna call her names. We can call Meghan Nutmeg because she enjoys being called Nutmeg. You can look for that interview. She said that Nutmeg, her friends call her Nutmeg, so that's okay. We can call her the Montecito Duchess. We can call her what? The Montecito Grifter. Well, fits. It's not that offensive, but no names. No, I'm not gonna. We're gonna keep it as. We're gonna keep this broadcasts as David Beckham's attire, classy. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Snicks. I wonder if they could test Harry's DNA. For what? I'm not gonna repeat it. Also, maybe next time tell Meghan you adore her in Spanish. One adore Meghan at a time, please. Don't force me. Don't push your luck. Okay? I have limits. If you cut me, I bleed exactly just like you. So don't push your luck. Please. Have mercy. Okay. And final super chat for today. Migdalia Polar en español. Te queremos, Jesús, siempre siguiendo tu canal. Gracias, Migdalia, lo aprecio muchísimo. Me encanta en español, que escriban también en español. Y siempre tengo un canal en español, pero no lo estoy usando mucho porque, bueno, prácticamente me estoy enfocando en el Battle Language Guy and the Royal Rogue. Así que por ahora solamente voy a estar en estos dos. Pero gracias, Migdalia. So, my Battle Language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Battle Language Guy. And until we meet in another video, another live, most probably tomorrow because so much happening these days. Remember the two most important words: much love and bliss. Take care, because remember, I love you all. Bye bye.